Greetings, Neuro Ninjas. Welcome to the 3 p.m. rock slot. We're looking at the 12 activities or habits that we need to carry out every day for the brain to build the best version of ourselves. The brain builds the mind, and if the brain's not in a good space, the mind we get to live inside is grumpier, angrier, less attention, less memory, all of those sorts of things. So, the 12 rocks of well-being, we're looking at rock 1. We've got 12 weeks to flatten the curve as a nation and 12 rocks of well-being. So by the end of this period of time, we'll all be sorted in relation to our well-being. So we're looking at rock 1 and a little sleep tip, how to make sure you maximize your sleep. One of the best ways of doing that is to set an alarm clock for when you want to go to bed. What? No, you didn't hear me wrong. Set an alarm clock for when you want to go to bed. It's really important to make sure we're going to bed about the same time each night. The key really is to make sure we're going to bed at that point of maximum fatigue. You know, that scratchy-eyed feeling you get when your head is nodding off in the middle of a Netflix movie? That is the point you need to be in bed. That point is different for each of us. That's partly driven by our circadian rhythms, which is controlled partly by the release of a hormone called melatonin from the pineal gland in the brain. So for the next week, make a note of that moment when you feel maximally fatigued. It will be within the same period of time every single evening. For me, I know that time, it's between about 8:30 and 9:30, and I need to make sure I'm in bed at that time. If you can get to bed at that point of maximum sleepiness, when sleep pressure, the build-up of fatigue, links with melatonin being released, you're going to fall asleep much more quickly, and you're much more likely to get good deep NREM sleep at the beginning of the night. And the best way of getting the most sleep each night is to go to bed at the same time at the point of maximum sleepiness, and then wake up about the same time. And if we follow that process, we shouldn't need to lay in, which obviously we love to lay in, but we shouldn't need to lay in. So that is your tip for today on sleep. See you tomorrow.